everybody? This is Houston Sports Social back at it again with episode 42.
HWSP.
My name is Justin.
Shamwam.
Wow. Whoa, what you do?
Wow. Dude, I'm tired. Okay. Rewind back.
My name is Justin.
It's your boy Shamwow, Shambam, Kablam, Shambam. Goddamn.
There you go.
Shambam, ding dong. Up in this bitch. Let's go.
HWSP. Let's get it. We got a good episode for you today. Lots of jam-packed news. We got Texans news.
Jam-packed.
Crazy news coming out of Texans world. We got NFL news. Some people got paid. Some people did not get paid. Some people are on the trading block, and a lot of stuff going on. Rockets news. Some crazy news. It's always a good time going on in Rockets world. NBA, we got the finals recap of Game 4. We got some stuff going on, and
nobody gives a shit about that boycott.
Astros news. They're staying rolling, man. Somehow they keep it rolling. Then we got some MLB news, and then exciting news coming out of boxing and MMA. We got UFC 238, and we talk about the upset from Anthony Ruiz against. What's his name? Ruiz against Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, like the fuck.
Yeah, nobody. This was supposed to be like a filler fight for him, and now he lost his title. And then we got some other news coming up. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Let's get it in.
All right.
Brian Gain got fired.
Brian Gain got fired. Okay.
After what? One season?
1 season. 2 seasons.
About a bitch.
2 seasons. Now
2 seasons?
So.
No,
yeah.
Wasn't he hired in January, right?
Yeah, but he was in last season. He didn't get the draft. He didn't get to draft.
Right.
But he got to be the GM for that season. But this season was his first full draft. You know what I mean? So this can mean one of two things. I told you this as we were coming up. This can mean either one of two things. Either the owner doesn't give a fuck anymore and he's all about winning. Like he'll cut the shit. He's like, look, if you're not going to help us win, you're gone. Or 2, they have no idea what the fuck they're doing, which is alarming. So I don't know how I feel.
Or this motherfucker got a master plan.
Exactly. So I don't know how I feel about this because they put out like a little statement, like a bullshit statement, being like he's a good person, been around with the organization.
Look, when I saw that, I was like, oh, he got fired. Yeah. Everything else is like just bullshit.
It is bullshit. It's fluff, yeah. But I want to know why he was fired. I don't care how he was fired, the new GM search. I want to know why he was fired because that makes all the difference. That makes all the difference whether you know what you're doing or you don't.
Like, did he do a bad job?
Yeah.
Like, who knows? And see, that's my thing with GMs. I don't really know exactly what they do because you don't really see it.
Yeah, you don't see it because it's a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
It's a lot of behind the scenes.
So they deal with drafting and they deal with free agency stuff. Right. Now, that's 2 of the theories that a lot of people have for Brian Gain.
Right. But see, remember, like when they're drafting, they have a whole squad behind them.
They do.
Even the head coach is part of it.
Yeah, they have a team.
And you would think the head coach would know more about drafting than the actual GM does.
That's true. But it's more. But the coach focuses a little bit on the draft, but more on the personnel that he already has. Right. The GM is looking at drafts, and he's looking at free agents and stuff. Now that's some of the theories as to why Brian Gain got fired. It's because he did reach with Titus Howard in the first round. A lot of people were pissed off about that. He hired him he drafted him in the first round when everybody easily thought he could have been in the second. So it can either mean that he did really bad in free agency because we got a bunch of like cast-offs from other teams free agency.
And he got rid of like some key people too.
He got rid of Kareem Jackson when Honey Badger got signed.
Tyrann Mathieu, like we just had him for the season. He did great.
That I can kind of because he's getting $14 million per year. But still, if you're gonna let Tyrann Mathieu go, at least keep Kareem Jackson as safety because he was actually really good. Now they did get Tayshaun Gibson and Justin Reed does show promise, but still, like they haven't really made a splash in free agency, and we're still the second highest team in cap remaining behind the Indianapolis Colts. We still have the most money left. And I say this because Trent Williams from the Redskins, left tackle, he's having issues with the Redskins. Okay. And so everybody was just like, Brian Gain, go get him. Go get him. You need to be on the phone with him yesterday. We haven't heard anything about that. And Deshaun Watson is your most prized possession, and you're trusting him with the lives of a bunch of cast-offs and some draft picks.
Right.
Like, that's not, and then he did get sniped by Philadelphia in the draft because all Texan eyes were on Andre Dillard, right? And in Philadelphia, they knew they needed to protect their investment in Carson Wentz. Came up, traded the picks, got Andre Dillard right in front of our pick.
Yeah. But see, the Eagles were smart.
Damn, asshole.
What?
Did I say something wrong?
Like, the Eagles were smart.
Yeah, they
I
are.
would have did this. Anybody with a brain would have did the same shit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, you're actually gonna cut them at the knees and steal their pick.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because they should have been prepared for that.
They should have.
They should have been prepared
it
for that.
seemed like they weren't. It seemed like they weren't. Yeah.
As soon as their pick goes away, they just had to scramble like, well, I'll pick him.
Yeah.
Like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
You know, so that's on their fault. We'll see what happens with that.
Yeah. This is
hopefully it's for the better.
Hopefully, this is coming for Aaron Rappaport yesterday. He said on the
What's
Texans.
Ian saying?
Yeah, what's Ian saying? What's Ian talking about? He says on the Texans GM firing, my understanding is that there was no one incident that created the opening. Okay. Houston did an evaluation of its football operations and believes, right or wrong, GM Brian Gaine was not good enough. Good, but not good enough. Stunning.
Okay, so it's not surprising.
It's not surprising, but still.
Surprising, yeah. Honestly, this doesn't surprise me.
You think so?
This doesn't surprise me.
Because the Jets did the same shit, but they did it before. Mm-hmm. They did it before the draft.
Right.
It's because of that Le'Veon Bell issue and stuff. Adam Gase didn't want to pay.
Right.
Mike McCannon did.
It's weird. And we're coming off an 11-5 season.
Yep.
11-5 season. We should be happy. We should be like, hey, you know what? Let's just trust the system. The system works.
We were good during the season, but we weren't good when it counted the most.
Exactly. And then if you look throughout the season, there was a lot of close games.
A lot of close games.
There's a lot of close games that shouldn't have been close. We should have just dominated the whole time.
Yep.
You know, and then so even a lot of Texans fans even know we came on 11-5 season, but our team does not look good. Yeah. And we had a pretty easy schedule.
Pretty easy schedule.
I'm not even going to deny that we had an easy schedule.
And it's only getting tougher. It's only getting tougher.
Oh man, this next season is going to be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Then it's really going to show what we're about.
Yeah, and speaking of that, what we're about. This is coming per Pat Destat, Houston's own. He says, there's one thing I was told when Cal McNair took over. McNair has very little patience for mistake and is more willing to cut bait when things are not right. That's a good mindset to have, but I still want to know why Brian Gaine got fired, what the mindset was.
We might not know for a very long time.
Oh, I'm not holding my breath at all.
Yeah.
I have a feeling this is just going to blow over after a few weeks.
Oh,
people are going to ask. They're going to talk about it on ESPN and First Take and all this bullshit, but after a while, everybody's going to forget about it because the next big thing, the next flashy thing is going to come out.
Of course, because
and it's going to get brushed under the carpet like it always does.
I'm not even going to lie. Probably after this podcast, I'm going to forget about it. I'm going to forget about it.
What were we talking about? What was the episode about?
What that is?
What did we do? Who the fuck is
you
that?
talking about that dude got fired?
Oh man, hey, pour out one for my homie Brian Gaine.
Fuck that. No, I'm keeping it to myself.
Yeah, and you know how this stuff. These players aren't dumb. You know they're on the internet. They're reading up on news. They know what's going on. J.J. Watt actually had something to say about Brian Gaine getting fired. He put it on Twitter. He said, "quote I just want to win, man. I don't care who, how, what. I just want to win."
There you go.
So you can tell because he's getting up there in age. He's gotten a few energy. I mean, he's had a few bad injuries, season enders. He just wants to win at this point, and
I'll be the same way.
I feel like the Texans are past the age of constant rebuilds.
Mm-hmm.
We've been in this fucking league for damn near 20 years, and they still haven't got their damn near 20 years. You round when you get the 5, you round it to
that, but I mean, let's try to be as accurate as possible now.
Fuck up.
Anyway, 20 years,
damn near 20 years, and they still haven't figured their shit out.
About 15.
We just got our quarterback, our fucking franchise quarterback. 2 years ago?
Wait, hold on. Time out. When did the Texans organization start? In
2002.
Oh, 2002. Okay, so 16?
So damn near 20 years. Thank you.
17, I'm sorry.
I didn't want to do the math, but okay. Damn near 20 years.
Bro, come on.
Why are we just figuring this shit out now? These people get paid millions of dollars to get this franchise on track. Why has it taken the Texans so long? You know, and we're still going through this front office shit. You know?
Because we don't live in a perfect world. I know that's
these
the
people
most
get paid.
Answer.
These people get paid to get the ship back on track.
You're right.
Why are we still playing this house of cards? We're not the Jaguars. We've been here for a long time.
I don't know everything that's going on within the organization. I don't know everything that's going on outside the organization that's preventing them to get certain picks.
Yep.
Hell, I don't even know everybody that's in the freaking office.
That's true. I don't either.
I damn sure don't know if they know
but
what
I
the
damn
fuck
sure
they're
take that job, though. That seems like such a cushy job. That seems like such a cushy... Why?
I think it's
like an assistant? Like an assistant?
An assistant to what, the GM?
Assistant to the GM or assistant to the assistant to the GM.
Fuck that.
It's just like playing backup quarterback. Like, you just play just to play, and then you just sit the whole game.
Okay, but if you think about it, like...
Get field side seats.
Because we're sitting here talking, right? Just like everybody else. Everybody else in the media, and that's a motherfucker too. And then everybody's putting so much pressure on you to get shit right.
But you're not. If you're an assistant to the GM, you're not getting all that pressure.
Well, I'm just talking about like the GM, and then whatever pressure the GM's getting,
trickles down.
Just kind of trickle down to you, and it's going to make you kind of stressed out because
that's true.
Guess what? You fucking forgot his coffee,
but it's
or you forgot to put soy milk in his coffee. Now he's pissed off, and now your whole day is fucked.
Like, that's true. But if shit goes really, really bad, who takes the brunt of it? And not I. The GM takes it.
Yeah, but you also might get fired too. So
that's true.
Like just because.
Right. Well, if we had a competent GM that could keep his job, then I think we'd be okay. Anyways, I digress. Let's move on. Actually, we will not move on because the next fucking point, this is a person that the Texans were looking at. Joe Douglas will be the next GM of the New York Jets. This is coming from New York Jets Twitter. Right. Former Philadelphia Eagles employee, really good guy. A lot of people sought this guy.
A lot of people have none but great things to say about this guy.
Absolutely. But the Jets have snagged him. Once they found out that Brian Game was fired, I figured they'd just pull the trigger on this because they didn't want him to get sniped by the Texans.
Motherfucker.
Yep. So
he was pretty good for the Eagles.
Yeah, he definitely was.
Again, I don't know what the GM does, but
this is the details of the deal. This is coming from Jason McIntyre. More details. Jets started at 4 years, $1.9 million per on Joe Douglas. That's their initial offer. Ended up giving him 6 years, $3.3 million per year. P.S. Deal was done before the Game firing. So I guess they already had the clause in them, but they made it official afterwards, after the Game firing. But they've been in talks the whole time.
Oh, shit.
But he's getting $3.3 million per year for 6 years. $18 million man.
Well,
do you, man? Now.
Good shit, Joe.
Good shit, Joe Douglas. All right, moving on. More NFL news. You're going to be happy about this. Your boy Carson Wentz got a 4-year, $128 million extension.
Ching, ching, bling, bling.
Ching, ching, bling, bling. Long term, man. He's locked down. He's the guy now.
Okay, we were talking about this earlier, too. It's like, we hearing this contracts in football, and it's like, yeah, that's pretty big. Then you compare it to, like,
baseball
and basketball. I mean, basketball to a lesser extent.
I think baseball is the highest because they're the only ones with no cap.
Yeah, true, but they've been around the longest, too, huh?
True.
Mm-hmm. But it's just like, when you hear these contracts in the NFL, it's like, it doesn't sound impressive.
Yeah.
It's weird.
But
It's weird. And I would feel like I think they should, their cap needs to go up.
Yeah.
A lot. Because one, like...
What, football cap?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because in football, they
salaries
have
in general?
Way worse. I mean, not worse, but...
More worse?
More worse. There you go. Sorry. I didn't get out of that habit. But... but, like, they have more worse injuries. In my personal opinion.
Yeah.
You know? And I would feel like they should get paid more.
They should get more guaranteed money. I feel
Absolutely.
like that's they get a lot of incentivized and they got money broken up.
Mm-hmm.
But they need more guaranteed.
Yeah.
And that's
absolutely.
Yeah. So speaking about the Wentz contract, we have former Eagles exec Joe Banner. He's going to say some things about the new deal. So this is on number 3.
How should fans view this contract that the Eagles signed Carson Wentz to, Joe?
Well, if you're rooting for the Eagles, you should be very, very, very happy.
Why is that?
Simple. So here's the simple way to look at it. There's $66 million in guaranteed money at the time of signing in the deal. Between this year and next year, the Eagles already owed him $31 million, which was essentially guaranteed. Not literally, but essentially. There's no scenario. He could go out and tear his ACL tomorrow. There's no scenario in which he's not making that $31 million. So for an additional $35 million, just think about that in today's NFL. For the additional $35 million, they control his rights for an extra 4 years. I mean, that's half of the guaranteed money Khalil Mack got. And I personally think this is a perennial Pro Bowl, potential Hall of Fame quality quarterback if he can stay healthy. So for $35 million, even including the obvious health risk and health history, I don't think you could buy anything where the downside was less and the upside was more than 4 years of his rights for a $35 million guarantee. That in worst case scenario, you put a dent in your future budgets. In the best case scenario, you have a quarterback for 6 years at, in today's market, very reasonable prices.
So that's Joe Banner on the Rich Eisen show, talking about just how good of an investment this is, and if he tore his ACL tomorrow, he'd get $31 million, guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Crazy.
So they took a big investment on him, but he's the quarterback of their future. You got to do it. You got to do it.
That's franchise right there.
Now,
you just gotta hope that he doesn't get hurt.
Yeah. Now we were talking while we were coming up too about this, and I was like, man, Deshaun Watson and Pat Mahomes are about to get paid because this is setting the market.
Yeah.
And Pat Mahomes is Pat Mahomes, so he's easily gonna break that $200 million.
Got him to a fucking Super Bowl.
And then Deshaun Watson's probably gonna be up there too. Now, we both agree that Pat Mahomes is probably going to have the edge when it comes to money.
Right.
But they're both still going to be
but I can't see, like, as many dumb decisions that the Texans have made, the Texans organization has made.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way they're just going to get, let Deshaun Watson go.
They're not going to let him go.
I can't see. That's what I'm saying. There's no fucking way.
Yeah.
That they're not going to try to find the money to keep this dude.
Yeah, and, I told you before we came in, they're going to have to let some people go, and one person that comes to mind is one J.J. Watt.
I would hope at that point they'll try to force him to retire.
He's not going to retire, man. JJ, he's always just like, we're good.
He has so many injuries, and it's like, if you keep irritating him.
Yeah. I think he's going to do a season or two in Green Bay.
I mean, we'll see.
Like a home tour?
Yeah. But is he going to retire in Green Bay?
No, fuck no. He's going to retire here, but he's still going to play out. That's how this usually goes when, star players, they don't want to hang it up just yet. Steve Smith, he wanted to play his whole career in Carolina. They didn't believe in him anymore, so he went to Baltimore, played a couple of years there, had some productivity, and then he eventually just retired. Right. So I feel like it's going to be a similar situation. They're going to be same thing with the Andre Johnson shit too. Bill O'Brien was just, hey, we're going to cut you to 40 catches over the season. And Andre Johnson was like, fuck that. I'm a number 3 overall pick. And I used to be
second, if not first, best receiver at that time.
Exactly. So that was a kind of slap to his ego. And so he went, had a stint in Indianapolis, had a stint in Tennessee, and then finally realized, this is probably it.
Yeah. So
I feel like it's going to, they're going to see JJ's productivity drop. It hasn't yet, but who knows?
When we do see it, that basically means, this upcoming season, that's going to be,
it means a lot.
Proving season.
It means a lot,
you gotta, show out.
Yep, and this is
not get hurt and show out.
This might be Clowney's last season with the Texans, too, so who knows? This defense might look completely different in the next 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
So we got to be prepared for that. So moving on, yeah.
Hold on, before we move on, the thing with because another thing we're talking about with Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes, whoever gets paid first, the other one's probably gonna get paid more.
Absolutely, yeah.
Kind of like with the Mike Trout and fucking in baseball,
Bryce Harper,
right?
yeah.
So, but this also could be good for football in general, because if their money goes up, then everybody else's money goes up. So that cap.
That's exactly how
going up.
That's how Tyrann Mathieu did it. When Tyrann Mathieu, out of nowhere, got $14 million per year. Look at Earl Thomas. He went to Baltimore and he got paid buku money. He wasn't about to get paid that much, but once somebody else did it, all the house of cards falls down.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. Well, I mean that, and it could just raise the cap for football in general, because these guys need to get paid, man.
They do.
These injuries are horrible.
Yeah, and speaking of injuries, to your point, this is coming from Rich Ornberger. He says, an 18-game NFL schedule is unacceptable unless these terms are met. Players are compensated for the 2 additional games proportionate to their salary, plus extra bye week, plus roster expansion, plus reduce the number of years to earn vested pension benefits, plus lifetime health care for players. This is what it should be. Because, like you said, they go through these injuries.
Lifetime health care.
Yeah, and when they retire, totally you don't just spit them out. Like, these dudes gave up all their prime. Mm-hmm. And, like, I remember because I work at the YMCA in Fort Bend, and sometimes you'd see Bruce Matthews. He used to be a lineman for the Oilers. Bruce Matthews.
Bruce Matthews used to come up there?
He's Clay Matthews' uncle, I think.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like...
Yeah, he comes up there. Yeah, because he lives out there. And he's only 40. Mm-hmm. This man looks like 60. You can see the wear on his face. Right. Both of his knees are jacked. He's like limping and like he looks battle worn. Yeah, like you can see. You know how like you look at somebody's face and you're like, damn.
Oh my gosh! Sorry. Put your phone on fucking vibrate.
But
my God, we're doing a podcast,
Shut the fuck up. Anyways, like you can see how he's like worn down, and then that kind of like made me realize, like, damn, football really fucks you up.
But like. You even see it at an earlier age, dude. Like, think about, like, all the kids in high school.
Yeah.
Kids look older when they play, like, any kind of sports. You know what I mean? They look older.
You think
they always start growing. Yeah. I don't know what it is.
I think it's testosterone because when you're when you're working and pushing your body that much, I think your body naturally, like, pushes out excess testosterone. Yeah. And that makes you more manly. That's why, like, dude, I look at some of these high school athletes and they look like grown ass men.
Yeah, but it's like, okay, and to what you just said, like, basically, it makes your body, like, have to catch up to all the work you're doing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Damn, that's crazy.
And you know what? I was...
Science podcast?
Science podcast. Science rules. But, when these athletes, they... You know, none of these actions that they're doing in football, basketball are natural motions for the body, right? No, absolutely not. None of they're all unnatural, putting way too much force on their bones, joints, muscles, everything. Mm-hmm. We're not made to do that. Now, when you're building muscle, you can pack on as much muscle as you fucking want, right? But the one thing that stays constant, your bones are always going to be the same. Yep. Your joints are always going to be the same. Mm-hmm. Your ligaments are all going to be the same. Mm-hmm. You can't strengthen those, right? It is what it is. Mm-hmm. So when they're doing these unnatural moments and that ligament goes, boom, that's it. You can't enhance a ligament, right? Because ligament is bone to bone. Tendon is muscle to bone. So you can kind of like work with the tendon and make that tendon stronger just by working because it's still kind of the muscle. Right. But that ligament, that's all you got.
Dude, imagine, like, what if we could do that?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
If we could, like, somehow, like, I mean, of course, it's going to be, like, some kind of drug or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you know, to strengthen the ligaments, strengthen the joints, strengthen the bones.
I'm sure.
Everybody's going to be Captain America.
Everybody.
Everybody.
You know, that is actually so fucking funny that you say that because I was talking to one of my friends about my knee because remember I had that fucking knee shit. And he was like, you know, my mom had a bunch of knee issues too. She just got a total knee replacement. And I was like, doesn't that hurt? And he was like, no. Like, her knee is fine. Like, it's all biomechanical. It's not like fucking just like a rod, like 2 pipes and a joint. Mm-hmm. It's actually like biomechanical material. Right. No knee pain, nothing. She can still run. She can still jog. And that's modern science now. So, like, you joke that we're all going to be Captain America now, but if that's like, if that's the future, like...
Well, I meant in a more natural sense, but that's like, oh, you actually put in, like, not machines, but like...
Well, kind of machinery.
Yeah, you kind of... You put hardware into your body.
Captain America was a natural, so
but it was through a drug, though.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm
but still, it's an enhancement.
Organic.
Yeah. Okay.
Or as far as like biology goes. Yeah. Whatever. I mean... But
I'm
not a scientist. I can't tell you what it is.
I just thought that's how... That's crazy how it's going because, like I said, like the ligaments that you only get one of those. You only get one... per joint or whatever.
I feel like there's a movie like that. I don't know, but I'm also thinking about
Machina?
Probably that. Ex Machina, Dos Ex.
Deus Ex. Yeah. Was that a movie or a game? That was a game. Video game. Yeah,
but there's a lot of video games like that. So, Ex Machina, Deus Ex.
Ex Machina was a movie though. No,
Ex Machina was a movie, right?
But was it based on a video game?
Because I'm thinking there's something else called like Dos Ex, and it's like this guy. I think he's a detective with sunglasses. And
Yeah.
That's like that.
No, Ex Machina was a.
I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, like so we're kind of going off a tangent right now, but like this is like actually exciting.
Deus Ex Machina. That's what it
Deus
was.
Ex Machina.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure people listening to this podcast are like, "You fucking idiots, it's Deus Ex Machina."
Yeah,
but no, it's like, or you can also see that in iRobot.
Yeah.
I think Mass Effect.
iRobot.
Well, I don't know if you played that Mass Effect.
I played
franchise.
Mass Effect. Yep.
Yeah, so it's up to that point too. You know what I'm saying? When you have like those enhancements inside your body,
Yeah.
like either psionic enhancements or biomechanical enhancements inside your body to make you better.
Yeah.
Make you into like that super soldier.
I feel like
I'll probably be down, but I don't know.
I'm probably down.
Or in like that Call of Duty game.
Modern Warfare?
No.
Infinite
like,
Warfare?
The one that was like futuristic. Maybe
Infinite Warfare. I think that's what it was. Is that the one with Conor McGregor in it? Yeah, that's what Infinite Warfare.
I was thinking about the one that had like that guy from NCIS in there. Fucking shit. Because they had that. Because in order to get in, and you have to like enhance your body. I cannot remember what it was.
It was Infinite Warfare, I think, or Modern Warfare 4, or one of the new.
No, I want to say Black Ops 3, but I'm not for sure. Whatever.
Fair enough. But yeah. Oh, next topic. Another interesting topic.
Okay, yeah, and back to the podcast.
Yeah, back to the podcast. Back to what we were talking. Sorry about the tangent.
That should have been an oven.
Yep. KCTV 5, Kansas City TV 5, Channel 5. Breaking news: no criminal charges for Chiefs wide receiver Tyreek Hill after child abuse case reopened. The case was reopened after the chilling audio tapes. Charges were declined to be filed again, but will probably still serve a few game suspension.
And this is with the kid with the broken arm?
Yes.
Okay.
Remember he had that audio, that voicemail where he was
I did not listen to it.
All right, maybe I can pull it
No,
up.
I don't.
You don't want to listen to it?
I don't want to listen to it.
Okay, cool. So anyways, this is coming from Matt Verderam. He says, last year, Ravens cornerback Jimmy Smith was suspended 4 games by the NFL for threatening and emotionally abusive behavior towards his ex-girlfriend. Considering the audio tape with Tyreek Hill, this seems like a precedent worth considering. There was no appeal. So based on that, it might be just a 4-game suspension because charges were declined to be filed again.
Threatening and emotionally abusive behavior.
Yeah, so like saying a bunch of shit.
Yeah,
not
so
doing
words, but not doing anything.
Yeah, that's basically what he's chalking it up, comparing it to Tyreek
and
from.
There's an audio tape of this.
Do you want to hear it? It's not that bad.
No, I'm saying of his.
Yeah, Jimmy Smith. Yeah.
Jimmy Smith. There's an audio tape for that. Well, no, we don't need to hear it.
Why?
Because my thing is like I don't know what happened.
No, you'll hear it. What he said.
And then what happened to provoke that? You know.
Yeah.
Well, apparently Justin wants to play this on a podcast anyway. So.
All right, ready?
Yeah, sure.
He is terrified of you, and you say that he respects you, but it's not. It's not respect. Me. It's terrified. He is terrified of you.
You need to be terrified of me too. No. That's why you can't.
We're getting into it, and he said, "Daddy, you're mean." So we walked up the stairs.
Right.
You
and then
said, come back down here.
Right.
And he didn't want to go down there, but I was like, go down there because it'll end up worse for you.
Right.
So he walked down there, and then you were getting on his about.
And then you said something, right?
No, you kept getting on, and then he started crying, and then you were like, shut up, stop crying.
Right.
Stop crying.
Right.
And then he kept crying because he was scared. He's terrified. And what you grabbed onto him somehow, or he fell, one of the two.
I didn't do nothing. That's sad, bro. That is really sad.
Then why does he say Daddy did it? Why? Why does he say Daddy did it?
I don't know. He says Daddy does a lot of things.
Like what? A 3-year-old's not going to lie about what happened to his own.
Okay, so obviously, so there was a miscommunication between me and Justin.
Yeah. Oh, you thought I was talking about Jimmy Smith? No. I was talking about Tyreek Hill.
Okay. I don't fucking know what's going on in there. Just the kid is scared of his dad. Yeah. I don't know what happened. Of course, the kid ended up with a broken arm.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, I don't know what happened, but I mean, he sounds
Charges
like a strict dad or something.
Yeah, maybe, but more than likely, it's just gonna be 4 games.
Yeah. I mean, I feel sad for the kid with the broken arm.
Yeah, for sure. So, for sure. But I guess
Hill did do it.
Yeah, they did a thorough investigation. If they chose not to file charges again,
they say,
that's open a whole goose shit. Yep.
That's a whole slow.
Moving on. More happier news for you, at least. This is coming from D. Zangaro. Carson Wentz and Nick Foles signed contracts worth a combined $216 million this offseason. They both made bank.
Bro.
Both made bank.
And Nick Foles is on a 4-year contract?
Yeah, 2 years.
2 years. Oh, shit.
Right? I think so.
If it's 2 years, bro, I would have retired after that.
Right?
But I was like, bro, look, I got Super Bowl on my belt. I'm not even like really like a star quarterback type of dude. I'm supposed to be
it's a 4-year, $88 million.
4-year. Okay, so I fucking knew it's 4 year.
Yeah, my bad.
So it's like, yeah, dude. Like, and he knows, but he's a good player.
You think he'll play out his last 4? Think he'll pay out his 4 years?
What? In
Jaguars?
In
yeah.
I don't see no reason not to. Of course, he wants to win.
Do you think he'll thrive in Jacksonville, though?
Fuck no. Fuck what? Jacksonville itself has only
But it's been proven that a quarterback can change the whole culture, though.
Their defense almost changed their whole culture.
Yeah. But now they got a competent quarterback.
Yeah, but like they only had like one good season. And like everybody was terrified of fucking Jaguars for a bit, dude.
Their defense.
They had one good season, and then we thought the next year it was going to be the same thing. Nope, trash again. So
but a lot of that was due to Blake Bortles.
Yeah.
Now they got a competent quarterback, and a competent quarterback can make a lot of players look better.
But the defense is not the same.
Yeah, that's true. They
not the same.
People,
so,
yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
And I want to say it's a flip of the coin, but for the Jaguars, it's just like it's double-sided.
Double-sided.
And then sometimes it actually lands like straight up.
Yeah.
And then that means they have a winning season.
Yep.
So it's a 0.0000001% chance that they actually have a good season.
Yeah. We'll see. Yeah. Because we're gonna have to play them 2 times this season, so we'll see.
Usually win.
Yep. Moving on to the Rockets. This is coming per what was his name? Tim McMahon from ESPN. Sources: the Rockets have rekindled extension discussions with Mike D'Antoni and are nearing an agreement. Houston owner Tillman Fertitta has removed the buyout language that was the sticking point when talks previously broke down.
He's fucking gone, bro. He's fucking gone.
Even with this?
He's gone.
Hopefully they sign him because he's been the best coach the Rockets have had.
He's fucking gone. He's done with the shit.
Yeah.
He's fucking gone.
I mean, we still got him for a year even if he's done with this shit. He still has to play out that last year.
Yeah, true. But I don't think after the year, I personally think he's gone. Because
he's made all the money he needs to make.
Exactly. And it's just like where, like, you don't know where the Rockets are going. Mm-hmm. Like, this was a season that y'all was supposed to win.
Yo.
This was a season y'all was supposed to beat Golden State.
Yo.
It was supposed to be this season. And certain people y'all paid too much money of.
Some people didn't get paid
too
enough.
much money too. So some people didn't get paid enough. Some people left. Oh my God. Some people left. You know who y'all really needed? I mean, I can't see where y'all gonna go from this.
Shit, I don't know either. It beats me. But yeah, so we'll monitor that. We'll see what ends up happening with Mike D'Antoni. But the latest splash that the Rockets are really pushing is that they got a new secondary logo. Bro, they were like, big news coming. They were like, big news coming. I was like, oh shit, we're about to get new jerseys.
Logo?
We're about to get new jerseys.
What's wrong with the logo we have now?
I don't know, but look at this shit. This is what the big news was about. They got all of us hyped.
So it's the same. It's basically the same logo.
It's the same logo, but they got a little basketball and
background.
You got a different background. They still
you added background.
Yeah.
To the logo.
Yes.
To the logo, and we've been having that logo for how long?
Since the 2000s, because they switched it. They switched to this from the pajamas. The pajama ones, remember the pinstripe ones?
Yeah, okay,
that was the one before this.
Actually, dude, I really like the pinstripe ones.
Yeah,
I really like the pinstripe ones personally.
But those are the New Jerseys.
I keep saying fucking weak.
Just
I like the Rockets.
Just let it happen, man. Just let it come naturally.
Every time you and Sean talk, every time you and Sean and every other Rockets fan talk shit, I have to like separate myself from y'all every fucking time.
Are we toxic?
Yeah, y'all kind of are sometimes, bro. It's like, it's fucking annoying.
Now, this was tweeted. Actually, not tweeted. This is put on Reddit and actually got downvoted to hell. This is from _here_of_none_.
Oh my god! Just read the fucking thing.
He says, "I'm convinced that if they officiated Harden the same way they officiated Curry, Harden would be a bench player. Like the salt and the lack of self-awareness."
I'm sorry, what?
He said, "I'm convinced that if they officiated Harden the same way they officiate Curry, Harden would only be a bench player."
Oh, that guy's full of shit.
Exactly. Yep.
That guy's full of shit, yeah.
Yep, just the lack of self-awareness.
We don't even need to explain that. That guy's full of shit. Like, are you fucking serious?
Yep. And the last of the Rockets news, kind of some odd things going on. Austin Rivers went on a First Take, and he had some things to say. So we're going to play that a little bit.
We'll do it.
Steph Curry in the finals. I want to know how the hell he got here. Game 5, Kevin Durant goes down against y'all. And over the last 6 quarters without Kevin Durant, they beat your Houston Rockets at the time. How'd that happen? I need an explanation. Help me out. What happened?
I feel like we didn't make, the proper adjustments. I'll be honest. The consensus in the locker room is, it was 2-2. We came back in that game 5. We were down like 17 at one point, and then KD goes down. That first time out after, everybody in the huddle was like, "Yo, this is it. Like, this is our chance. Like, we have to take this." But that's where you don't ever underestimate, the team of a championship team. They figure out ways to do things, and they just kept playing. I think we expected Game 6 to be all right. We'll come out, kind of punch them in the mouth. They're going to quit, fold, and then they're going to be like, all right, we'll try to get Game 7. We came around and messed around, and then they were like, they're not taking this game. They're not taking this game, and it went downhill from there.
Austin, this is going to sound harsh, but I have to ask the question about James Harden. Because last year, without CP3, Game 7, single-digit loss, and no one could buy a shot. I think if CP3 would have played, the Rockets would have beaten the Warriors.
Right.
Now you go into this series, then KD goes down, and then you guys get swept the rest of the way. And to me, if you have a player who can be the MVP all season, he's the best player in the league. Like 3 or 4 years now, it's always Harden or this guy. Harden's the constant.
Right.
But when you need him most, like you seem to have no fear. In fact, sometimes I'm like, Austin, you should have a little more fear than that. Like you're not scared of the moment.
Right.
But Harden, your best player in the biggest moments, hasn't come through. Why is that, do you think?
Well, I think it's an abundance of things, but I think first and foremost, our playing style, everything is through him, right? So our offense, everybody always talks about how, we're not the most fun team to watch and how he dribbles too much and his usage rate's too high. But that's what our offense is designed to do. He's doing exactly what they're telling him to do. I mean, this is what.
Well, he's a team player.
Right. I mean, if you told James, I'm open to pass the ball, James, like, I got you. You know what I mean? But the way we play is for him to do the things he does. And I think that's a very hard thing to do in the playoffs. I mean, you look at a team that is based out of mostly one-on-one, and then we're playing against a team who's the best ball movement team possibly ever. That's a bad matchup because talent-wise, if you look at our roster versus ours, especially with KD out, it's not even close. Their bench is nowhere near the talent that we had, but they play. Their best players can score without dribbling the ball. I mean, it was tough because then they just load up on James, and then he has to figure out what to do.
Well, figure it out, James.
Right.
Let me transition. I had to report on this. I had to report on this story for the 6 o'clock Sports Center. It was reported by someone else, not ESPN, that after that Game 6, James Harden and Chris Paul got into it after the game and had to be separated. I was on a conference call with several other players thereafter who emphatically and categorically denied that ever took place.
Never happened. I don't care. I wouldn't lie about it. I literally don't know where this came from. Like, there was no altercation between CP or James. That never happened. If something did happen, it was behind closed doors. because that loss in Game 6 was so deflating. Everybody was in the locker room. Nobody said anything after the game. There was no, hey, man, good year. Nobody said anything. No, we didn't even bring it in. I mean, everybody's in the locker room just sitting there like, we just gave this one away. You know what I mean? And, everybody was in the locker room and went their separate ways. There was no altercation.
When you say...
So that explains a lot because,
What's explaining to you?
He said, they got complacent, basically. They said, all right, Katie, go down. This is our chance. We got to get it. And then they didn't get it. And it showed.
That's something we all knew. Like, that wasn't surprising. That's obvious.
Yeah, but that CP3 altercation, I thought that'd be a good thing if they got into it, because if they're not serious about it,
right,
then, then they'd be like, all right, whatever, we did what we could. But, if they got into it, that means they actually fucking care. Mm-hmm. But to show that didn't happen. And then also, when Max asks him about the style of play and James Harden not taking over, Austin Rivers kind of said some interesting things. He said, when you're an ISO-heavy team and you're going against a team with the best ball movement in the NBA right now, it's destined for failure.
Right.
So why are we as a team not adjusting to that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why does your whole play style go through one player? I feel like, okay, and now let me try to explain this as best I could because I'm not that good with words, obviously. I feel like as a team,
yes,
and your team with your best player,
yes,
you should have a playing style of your own as a team, and your best player just complements that. He can do his own thing from time to time, but he complements also the play style. So it shouldn't be you shouldn't have an ISO heavy team. I don't understand that.
Okay, my counterpoint to that would be ISO heavy teams work against certain teams.
So certain
right?
teams, but
so in that same vein, if it works against one team and it doesn't work against another team, you do that shit versus that one team that it works against, and you switch it up against the team that it doesn't work against. Mm-hmm. What is that called? Coaching.
Adapting. Yeah, that's true. That's
coaching.
Absolutely true.
If it doesn't work, if it's proven not to work.
We talked about this plenty of times. What is D'Antoni's plan? Live by the 3, die by the 3.
Die by the 3, yeah.
Live by the 3, die by the 3.
And ride the James Harden wave. Yeah.
Exactly. And then, but see, this whole season was to be Golden State. This whole season, y'all prepared everything to be Golden State, but y'all had the same fucking play style.
Yep. And it was frustrating because nobody would move. Nobody would move. Everybody would just stand around.
I would want to say y'all need to be in the fucking drawing. Y'all need to be on that fucking drawing board.
And see, that's the thing.
Saying because y'all can still have that same game plan.
Exactly.
But y'all got to switch it up.
Every time. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
See, that's the thing. When KD's on the court with Steph and Clay, and all the three of them are scorers, they don't just delegate to one person. They're all still moving, right? Even if Steph is always, that's the main reason he gets all the shots. He's just fucking running around like a chicken with his head cut off.
Right.
Always just running. Here, James Harden will dribble, and everybody just looks tired. Mm-hmm. Everybody just stays there. They have a few pick and rolls, shit like that.
But that's really only going to be between Clint Capella and James Harden.
Other than that, there's not really a lot of movement. Right. On defense, they're moving a lot because they need to. But on offense, you know what you're going to expect.
Yeah. Obviously, not all of us going to drive it except Harden.
Yep.
And we're just going to take a 3. Don't make the 3. We just go back.
It's
or make a 3. Cool,
It's frustrating, man.
Yeah.
But I'm done. I'm fucking done. Moving on.
You're not. Shut up.
Yeah, I'll probably be bitter about this for a while. But anyways, moving on to the NBA news. The NBA Finals Game 4 took place last night.
Here's what I checked out.
The Raptors took that game.
You have the whole podcast by yourself. I told you, I boycott this
105 to 92. Shamir's kind of pissy about it because he hates the Warriors and he hates Kawhi. So,
and Drake. I personally don't like Drake.
So the Raptors took it 105-92 to close out the series. They can close out the series in Toronto. It was a really good game. Kawhi kind of took over. He had. He went 9 for 9 for the 3-point line. From the free throw line, 11 for 21 from the field, for 36 points. Pascal Siakam followed up with 19. Serge Ibaka with 20 points. Very critical to that team.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, you coming back?
I just got to come back for that moment.
Okay.
Serge Ibaka scoring what?
20 points.
That's almost unheard of. Like,
Yeah.
that's rare.
He showed up.
That's
he showed
fucking
the fuck
rare.
out. Yeah.
20 points.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. And
9 for 12.
Going back in my space.
For the Warriors, scoring leaders were Stephen Curry at
Chelsea
27, Klay Thompson with 28, and then the next highest was Kevon Looney with 10, and Draymond Green with 10. DeMarcus Cousins had a high total of 6. Andre Iguodala had 3 points. It was rough. It really was in the Raptors' hands. It got kind of dicey towards the end, but the Raptors really took this over. Fred VanVleet got elbowed, lost a tooth, and had to get 7 stitches. It's pretty crazy. But that was a really good, entertaining game. I didn't expect this. It was so funny because the Warriors fans were losing, and there were a bunch of Toronto fans in the stadium. Wow, Shmir really has headphones on. Let's listen to this. But I'm going to let you listen to this. Put it on 3. This is the Raptors.
Yes, as soon as
1:28 to go, and the Raptors up by a dozen. The last time a visiting team beat the Golden State Warriors in this building 3 times, the Seattle Supersonics. It's been a long time. Raptors did it.
Wow.
Oh, okay. So you want to take it off with fucking 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. By the way, like, we're still live.
Oh, we're still live. Okay. So the score is 103-91, Toronto up. And you can see the Golden State fans just pouring out. And there were actually Raptors fans in the stands, a significant amount, saying, "Let's go Raptors." And keep in mind, this is the last season that they're playing at Oracle Arena. So if the last moment in Oracle Arena truly is Raptors fans saying, "Let's go Raptors," that's probably like a terrible lasting memory to keep. So I just thought that was really funny. And this is really interesting. This is coming from CBS Sports.
Are we still talking about the fucking...
Yeah, almost done. For the first time since May 2016, the Golden State Warriors are no longer title favorites, ending a 1,100-day stretch. That's crazy because they've always been favorites. But for the first time in 1,100 days, they're not the title favorites. Now, I got Kawhi Leonard postgame, if you can play that for me real quick.
All right, it's on.
It's on?
It's waiting.
Yeah.
Decision in the second half. Can you describe the effect he has when he plays aggressively as he has these last couple of games?
He's our quarterback. He's a great basketball player. He's showing it right now. And, he wants to win bad. We are playing to win. We don't care who gets to shine. Whoever night it is, that's what night it is.
Serge was tested early in this series, but in the last couple of games and several quarters, he has been dynamic. What effect is he having on your group?
Great. He's protecting the rim.
This was Kawhi Leonard talking about Kyle Lowry, and I really like Kyle Lowry because he used to be a former Rocket, and he's really showing out because he was damn near a no-show for the Bucks series, but he really put it on, and he's taking it to him. He really wants this championship, so it's a good thing to see him kind of growing into his own. But moving on.
After so long,
yeah. So this is coming from Ramona Shelburne. She says, Ibaka says, quote, "Against this team, this ain't over yet. I've been there before. 3-1 is nothing for them." He's talking about when the Thunder were up 3-1 and the Warriors came back. So I just thought that was really funny because this man never forgets. He knows 3-1 don't mean shit.
You should never forget.
Never feel complacent, especially with these Warriors.
Yeah, so, Rockets.
Wow. Parting shot. Okay, so we're done with basketball. Astros are finding a way to win somehow. They went to 10 innings the game before, and they went to 14 innings this last game. They won somehow.
That was the longest game.
Super long game. Wow. They won 4-3. Robinson Chirinos hit a double for a walk-off run, and they won the game. So They got another game versus the Baltimore Orioles today at 3:10 p.m. Orioles are not a really good team, but we're struggling because we're kind of like on backups right now. We still have some of our all-star players on injury.
Backups?
Yeah. So, we'll monitor that. That's the MLB news. I'm just going to brush over it just because I like Adrian Beltre. I hate the Rangers. But the Rangers are going to retire. Beltre is number 29. Adrian Beltre was a really good player. He played third base. Really good guy. Helped the community a lot. So, they're going to retire as number 29. And another MLB news, Didi Gregorius is going to be activated 8 months after Tommy John surgery. Shortstop for the Yankees. Really good player. Tommy John surgery is a bitch because it's in your elbow and it's a ligament is torn. And once you fucking repair that shit, you got to take like a year. So 8 months. Lance McCullers. He's on the Astros.
And this was Dr. Justin.
Dr. Justin coming to you live. But Didi Gregorius is back 8 months, so they're gonna work him in. Hopefully he does his thing.
Well, do you know anything about what happened with the MLB draft?
Astros.
That was earlier this week.
Yeah, fuck, I didn't do that. We'll touch on that next.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Now
there's just like 1,000 fucking people that got drafted. So
yeah, I know. This was actually really painful. This is coming from Ryan Divish. Roster move. Mitch Haniger to the disabled list with a ruptured testicle. I have a stomach ache just typing that. He hit a foul ball and it bounced and he hit him in the nutsack and he ruptured a testicle like that. Oh. So prayers out to Mitch Haniger. hope you heal up, homie. Now we're done with baseball. We got to talk about this Anthony Joshua. What's his name? Andy Ruiz.
Anthony Ruiz.
He's like so under the radar. I didn't even know this. I was calling him Anthony Ruiz.
Bro, he doesn't even look like he should be.
No.
Yeah, it's just he shouldn't be playing sports.
No.
The fuck.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like the fuck for real.
Yeah. So we're gonna play a little clip, just talking about 10 reasons why Andy Ruiz beat Anthony Joshua.
And sizes. With solid fundamentals and a great engine, Ruiz looked to be a solid professional, turning over at 19 years old. Though schooled by a Cuban, Ruiz truly has Mexican blood.
Puro Chicali, Baja California, Mexico. El Destroyer.
A Mexican pressure style, influenced by Julio Cesar Chavez, that combines aggressiveness with an emphasis on the left hook. And a front-footed poise that showed itself more vibrantly than ever when he was put on the canvas.
Big delivery from Anthony Joshua.
Beautifully violent. The Mexican war mentality is something that the world of boxing has grown to admire and respect over hundreds of years. And it's something that showed itself in full effect last weekend.
He thinks not to underestimate Ruiz, you know?
Yeah.
He's Mexican, he's tough, he knows how to block, he knows how to box. The body don't mean nothing. I've seen guys chisels that can't box for shit.
The challenger, Andy Ruiz Jr.
The underdog effect, where public opinion is so great, it almost results in a nothing-to-lose scenario.
As I said, heavyweight boxing, you land 2 or 3 shots, anything can happen, and I think that's his big chance.
And we know a man with nothing to lose is a dangerous man.
Anthony, don't underestimate this little fat boy. I'm coming for you.
Entering as a last-minute replacement, Ruiz was given little to no hope. Turning the body contrast and negative comments into humor, even asking to hold Joshua's belts in awe. He duped us all. And with the stakes of putting not only his name, but his entire nation into the stratosphere, the stage was set.
Man, just watching that footage, he may be a big boy, but he got hands, man. He got power in those hands.
He got some hands.
You can see it. He wobbled Joshua a lot.
Dude, like he's in the heavyweight.
Yeah.
So you had to have power behind him.
Yeah.
But there was just looking at it, there was no way.
You don't have to play it. I'm just going to show you the highlights from it.
Okay,
just so you can see,
yeah.
Because Joshua was hitting with some stuff. He dropped him. Yeah,
I know. Yeah, we saw it. But it was just, and there was one point when Ruiz actually like grabbed him and threw him on the floor. I was like, whoa,
Yeah,
what the heck?
yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's just crazy.
It is crazy because look, you can see. Look, that's the first drop right there. He drops him, and then you see him. He walks out.
Yeah.
And then he
just
looks.
up.
He just looks out of his league. He just looks
absolutely
outclassed. You know, there's technical boxing by
every way,
Anthony
in
Joshua.
every way, shape, and form.
Yeah.
And then he just comes back in total
Yep. See, he wobbles him right
underdog
there.
fashion and it just goes in.
Yep.
Look
See,
at this.
that's the
Boom.
one that wobbled him right there. He got him right on the right temple.
And he comes back.
And his
really
knees, he's
aggressive.
still wobbling, and then he
Oh.
just falls. See, he doesn't look right. Anthony Joshua does not look right. Look, right there on the right temple.
Right. Oh,
Boom,
yeah.
right there, side of the head. That wobble. See,
Yep.
he's stuttering right there.
Yep.
His legs are not.
Yep.
His legs are gone. And then he just keeps tagging him. Then there's another one on the left temple. Yeah, man, it was not pretty for
Like,
Anthony Joshua.
Do you think?
See, he's still wobbly right now. He's still wobbly. Look,
because he can't use his legs.
Yeah. See, he looks anguished. Like, look at Anthony
Right.
Joshua's face. He
Yeah.
looks. Here's another bad drop that's about to come right now. Watch this.
Okay. We're watching.
No, just wait. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's really
no.
bad.
It's just like because everybody that's listening to the podcast can't watch the video,
Yeah.
so they're just hearing our reaction.
So he comes up, Anthony Joshua with a low jab, and then
Trying to figure out like his spacing.
yeah, and then where is it?
He's just-
There he goes,
Ooh.
right there. Boom. See, wobbling him right there.
Yep.
Tagging him. Got him right there.
He
On
got
the
on
jump.
that chin, and then
Got him
right
again.
after that,
He's still gonna
like
punch him.
on the
Look,
side of the head.
he's wobbled.
That's it. That's
Fell
good.
on the
Yep.
ropes. And this is, I think, where they call it. No. They got another round.
See, it's like those one or two hits can decide the whole match.
Oh,
man.
for sure, because it wobbles
The
you and
whole
it puts
match,
you
yeah.
out of you're disoriented. What is it? Mike Tyson had a quote. He said, "Everybody comes in with a plan until they get punched in the face, and all that shit goes out the window."
Oh, yeah,
straight up. That's how it is.
Yep.
That's how it be. So yeah, man. Congrats to Andy Ruiz. I'm gonna get his name right. Andy Ruiz. It's because they're both Anthony,
right.
whatever. But yeah, it was a good fight. We'll look for the rematch. I think Anthony Joshua is entitled to a rematch.
Oh, I think he's gonna be because he's pissed off.
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
for sure. And I'm scared for Andy
Ruiz,
Ruiz.
yeah, dude.
Anthony Joshua's going to pull out all the stops because I think he was just kind of toying with him because he's a
Yeah,
villain.
it's the same. But see, he that was his fault. He underestimated him.
It takes just one good punch.
Boxing, dude, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter who you are.
Yes, sir. Everybody has a
Like
punch or
anything
shot.
can change, man.
Yep. So another news: we got UFC 230A going at United Center in Chicago tonight at 9 p.m. The main card starts with a heavyweight bout between Tai Tuivasa versus Biagoy Ivanov, and then we got a bantamweight fight: Jimmy Rivera versus Peter Yan. Then this is when the good fights start, man. A lightweight bout between Tony Ferguson and Donald Cerrone. I love both of these guys. Tony Ferguson was the one who beat Anthony Pettis. Donald Cerrone is like a cowboy ninja. He's like a cowboy.
How is that not the main card?
Exactly. You would think
How is
so.
that not, how is that not
But
a main card?
they're not champions, but it sucks. It could have been a main card of their own.
God.
Then after that, we've got the co-main event, a women's flyweight championship bout between Valentina Shevchenko and Jessica Ai. And then we got the main event, bantamweight title match between Henry Cejudo and Marlon Moraes. Jam-packed fights, man. This is going to be a really good card. Right. Can't wait.
Who's the lightweight champion? Is
Khabib.
Still Khabib?
Khabib.
Khabib and Tony Ferguson needs to happen.
Khabib and Dustin Poirier is happening.
Oh, for real?
That's going to be a good fight.
Dude, come on.
And then I think the winner of that fights the winner of this.
Okay.
So that's going to be the unification of the belts.
Yeah, because I want Tony Ferguson and Khabib to happen.
That's going to be crazy because they hate the fuck out of each other.
I want to see that happen.
Yep. So that's what we got going on. Then some crazy news I was going to talk to you. So it's official. The smoking age will be 21 in Texas. Now, I'm not a smoker.
I'm not one either.
But
we do hookah on
we do
occasion.
hookah, yeah. But my just confusion in this is, let's say you've been smoking since you're 18 and you're 20 now, and it's now going to be illegal to smoke smoke until you're 21. You can't just quit cold turkey like that. So
no, you're going to do just like all the other kids that were drinking alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
at freaking 16.
Exactly.
You're going to sneak around.
And I know, but still, like, just how do you... I don't know. But I guess there was another article that says it's only going to affect on September 1st, and it won't affect anybody that turned 18 before August 31st. So I guess they're grandfathering it. Ish, kind of.
Doesn't matter.
But I still think that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. Oh, another thing. So I'm taking part in this 48-hour film festival that's going on June 28th. I'm not going to say the name of the films just in case it sucks. But
that's the big project.
Big project. Shamir's going to be helping me out too.
Maybe.
Shut the fuck up.
We don't know for sure.
All right, but it's a really cool concept. So you get 48 hours to.
Wait, it's on a Friday?
No. That's not Houston. This is Houston. There we go. All right.
Yeah, I still need to find out if I work those days.
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah.
So the concept is they give you a genre, and they give you 48 hours to write, shoot, edit, and submit it. Your film. It can be anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes. Mm-hmm. But the challenge to make a film in only 48 hours. Filmmakers from all over the Houston, Texas area will compete to see who can make the best short film in only 48 hours. The winning film will go up against films from around the world at Filmapalooza 2020 for a chance at the grand prize and opportunity to screen at the Cannes Film Festival 2020 Short Film Corner. Yeah, man, it's a really cool concept because it makes you think on your feet. You don't have like months and months like most filmmakers do.
Right.
So it kind of makes you use your creativity, makes you put everything in hyperdrive. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the challenge. There's a lot of participating teams that we're gonna go up against.
Okay. And have you guys got like? Because you say you went to a party.
Yeah, a little mixer with other filmmakers. We got a lot of information about it, just how the process is, how they got their actors, how they got, the locations and stuff.
I'm guessing, but like, well, a lot of actors were just like friends or people that actually went there. So I don't know.
Yeah, so the people that were there are mainly a bunch of filmmakers and then some free agent like actors and actresses that were looking for work or whatever, or people to work with, just networking and stuff. They showed some films. If you go to 48hourfilm.com/Houston, it shows a bunch of old films. This Trial 37 is actually really funny. Yeah. They watched a bunch of these. They actually showed all of these. They were all different genres like life lessons, humor, comedy, horror, just stuff like that. And it was all 5 to 7 minutes, and they were actually really entertaining. So I'm looking forward to see if I can step with these dudes. I'm working with 3 buddies of mine that have film experience. So I'm a producer on the team. My other buddy, Rolando, he was on here a couple months earlier. He's going to be the director. And, our other friend, Max, is going to be the executive producer. So we got the team together. We're going to start putting out feelers to see who's involved, who wants to be involved, who wants to help out with, like, editing, shooting, audio, all that stuff. We're in the works trying to feel all that out, trying to get all that organized before we get to that date where we actually have to do the shit. So it's going to be an all-hands-on-deck project. Looking forward to the challenge. We'll see where it goes, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully. We're not doing it for the purpose of like getting to the film festival because we know that's
You're
like
doing it just to do it because you really want to do it.
Just to see what we can do,
right?
Because this is my first film that I've worked on, So
and I actually get to be in it.
Hey, yeah, I know.
I might be in it. I might be in it. We'll see.
We'll see.
And if I'm in it, if I'm in it. It's not going to be hard to tell who I am. It's probably not going to be hard to tell who I am.
No, but see, a lot of actors and actresses, they get their start doing shit like this because they're not doing it for money at first. They're doing it for exposure.
Right.
Because when you go to like these legit casting agents or whatever, they want to see, what have you done? What is your reel? They make something called a reel where they cut up all the shit that they've worked in. Yeah, demo reel. And then they go, look, how do they do in this? So if anything, we're doing them a service, and they're doing us a service, for the low budget of free. But yeah, man, looking forward to it, and hopefully it turns out right. If it doesn't turn out good, and I'm proud of it, I might submit it on our show notes
Just fucking
for you all to see. But yeah,
fucking do it.
I got that to look forward to. But that's it for me. What do you got going on?
None.
Just chilling. Yeah, man. What was it? What is that movie we were talking about? Brad Pitt and Leonardo.
Oh, yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah. This is the first time they've been in a movie together, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's called
It sounds like a comedy, dude.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's what it's called. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Could be drama.
Let's see the general. Okay, This is coming from Wikipedia. It's a 2019 character comedy drama film written and directed by Quentin Tarantino, produced by Columbia Pictures.
It's written and directed by Quentin Tarantino.
Mm-hmm. The film The film is set in 1969 Los Angeles, where an aging television actor and a stunt double embark on an odyssey to make a name for themselves in the film industry. It features a large ensemble cast who star in multiple storylines in a modern fairy tale tribute to the final moments of Hollywood's golden age. First announced since in July 2017, the film is the first of Tarantino's not to be associated with Harvey Weinstein or that Weinstein Company, following all that stuff. It's going to have its world premiere at Cannes. It had its world premiere at Cannes Film Festival on May 21st, 2019, scheduled to be theatrically released in the United States on July 26, 2019, and August 14th in the UK. Overall positive reviews from critics, calling it Tarantino's love letter to the 60s LA and praising its casting choices. I'm excited about this. It looks good.
You know, because like I'm back and forth on Quentin.
Yeah.
Tarantino's films.
Yeah.
I mean, his last three have been good. I feel like the Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight was really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one. What else? What's another one he did?
Kill Bill. I'm
talking
That's
the
all.
last.
I know.
The last three.
Django
was good. Django was good. Inglourious Bastards was good.
What else did he do?
Wait, did he do Inglourious Bastards?
He did do. I think he did. Why did I take my glasses off?
Yeah, why did you put it on the microphone? That was weird.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. What was it called? Inglourious Bastards?
Yeah, Inglourious Bastards. Was it him?
Directed by... Yeah, Quentin Tarantino. Yep.
Yeah, Quentin Tarantino.
Yep.
Okay, I don't know why. Yeah, so this last three was good. But he's just one of those people where it's just like he doesn't have anybody to say no to him.
What do you mean?
Like,
in what sense? Like turning down the job?
No, to like as far as like him doing a lot of shit. Just like, maybe this is too much. Because like there were certain things that, like when I saw like Django or Inglourious Bastards,
she's like,
this is like kind of cringy. You know what I mean? It's like,
but that's his thing, though.
That's true.
He goes for that shock value. Yeah. That's his whole shtick.
Yeah,
so to speak. So I guess until it gets too much.
Mm-hmm. I mean, because I kind of compare it to like Tyler Perry, but Tyler Perry is nowhere near.
How many Madea movies can you make?
It's not even that.
How many?
Bro, it's not even the Madea movies. Like, just like his movies in general. It's just like, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
Like, this makes no sense.
That's true.
But yeah. Mm-hmm. Other than that, that's it. Have you seen John Wick 3? Yep.
No.
I haven't seen it either.
I need to.
I'm probably going to go see it tomorrow.
I want to watch Detective Pikachu, but I don't want to watch it in movie theaters. So, trying to hit me up.
Yeah, like because all the kids.
Yeah. I mean, I'm intrigued.
I'm intrigued too.
I heard it was really funny.
Yeah,
I just don't want to be in there and like bunch of kids.
Yeah. That really don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, right.
The fuck. Okay.
Why is that guy in the movie theater up there?
By himself. That would be weird.
Yeah, it would be weird. But that's all I got. You got anything else?
No, you about to go eat.
Better go eat. Man, my stomach was grumbling this whole time. I'm trying to drink water to quench it, but it's not working.
No, that doesn't work at all.
Yes, sir.
District 7?
District 7 it is. All right. Shameless plug to District 7. But my name is Justin.
Sham wow. Sham bam kablam. Sham bam. God damn. Signing out.
Have a good one, guys.
Let's get it up.